My name is Cody. I'm an administrator for a wellness company, and I give Dialpad Contact Center 4 out of 5 stars. We use Dialpad for numerous activities. Firstly, and most importantly, we do a lot of event planning, one or more times a month, where we deal with students, as we refer to them, for their event that's upcoming, and typically we're dealing with 100 or more persons per event. In some cases we deal with upwards of 500 people, and we do work with outside companies that ask us to deal with students in the thousands as a quantity. So getting in touch with them is extremely important. Without Dialpad, we couldn't connect by phone to any of them directly, and it would extremely hinder our ability to not only register them and get them involved in class, but troubleshoot with them if there's an issue. One of the things I really like about Dialpad, the ease of signing in and out. Now, the platform in terms of call accounting is better than what we actually use in the office. A hard line on a physical phone requires that you call a particular number and you do that old school style of press 1 for this channel, press 2 for that channel, and it can be somewhat more difficult to determine where you are in your call tracking, whereas Dialpad, because it's an application, gives us a little bit more tactile of a way to perceive calls. They're giving us a visual record, an email statement for the call when it's missed, and then we can also see a call history, much more clear than we can on our phones at the job, where you can click back a few times or for a few days, but with Dialpad we've been able to use our entire call history throughout the process, which has been started in March. So it's far more comprehensive, I would say, but I think it's just an opportunity for the business to maybe make current on a lesser known issue. So I'm extremely happy with that particular part of the service. One of the reasons why I might be looking at that a little bit more stringently, I have a communications degree, so I focus on these kinds of things where that may not always be the case. Through our efforts with Dialpad, there is a known issue, but I think it still bears repeating, to be cliche. Now, that has to do with the duplicate call transcripts that are given. Dialpad admits in a prompt that the call transcripting service is still considered an experiment, and that's where they take the call and they type it up on your behalf. Now, those call transcripts are very difficult to read, and it asks that you just listen to the voicemail anyway. So that I would be critical of. In addition to that, one thing that I guess would be the leading issue I'm having is the duplicated receipts for call transcripts. When someone calls in and leaves a voicemail, we often get 2 or 3 emails about that one call, and that one voicemail that we can see is only one record in the system. However, it's being replicated in the email particular portion of the process. And when we have an event, say this last weekend, which we did, we had students calling because we were at something like the 350 person mark. Now, on Friday I left the office and we had 75 emails. I found out by Monday or Tuesday that only 40 to 45 of them were valid. But when we're dealing with statistics like that and the urgency that has to go along with students and their notifications, it's difficult to rationalize how many people are actually needing our service, because we don't see them represented as you would visually in a physical idea where I can see so many people waiting. In this case, it looks like we have 40, 50, 60% more than we actually do need to tend to. So that is a difficulty I would hope they would be able to fix sooner rather than later.